Hey YouTube, Kenpachi Ryuk here, and today I am bringing you the Grandmaster Nightfall Strike for the Glassway. It took my clan and myself a little bit to figure out how to get through this thing, but we finally did it. I think this guide is going to be absolutely what the Destiny community needs to figure out some small details. We're breaking out of our comfort zone here, mixing up our build a little bit, so it's going to be extremely exciting. I just want to say thank you to you guys for even clicking on this video, showing some love, leave a like, comment, subscribe. If this helps you, share the video with some friends so that way they can get their Conqueror Seal as well, because this season is about to end. So with no further delay, let's get straight into the video, and just again, thank you. Okay, here we are at the beginning of the guide. Real quick, I'm going to discuss why I'm running certain things on my Warlock. I'm going to discuss why my fire team members were running certain things that they were on. And then we're going to get straight into the actual video and showing you A to Z on how it worked. And hopefully this will help you guys into getting your Conqueror Seal. Starting out, I'm on a Middle Tree Dawnblade for Well. I have boss spec in both of these weapons because it's going to allow me to damage the boss at the end room. And you're going to be shooting that guy a lot. Running Xenophage. Xenophage actually worked out very well here. You get to see that in the video on why we decided to use a Xenophage. I have high energy fire on this one with some ammo finders. That's going to be incredibly useful to have ammo finder on. For Sunbracers, this was a real big turn point for us being like really successful when it came to stunning overload champions, because a lot of people will use scout rifles and you have to empty like a mag into them. That'll disrupt them, but then you have to do 2 more magazines until it'll disrupt them again, so it's just an absolute pain in the butt. So with Sunbracers, your solar grenades last longer, you get to do more damage, and combined with thermal overload, which stuns those overload champions, it also reduces their damage output, which is great. And with Surge Eater, you get your grenade back pretty much all the time throughout the strike, because whenever you or a fire team member disrupts a champion, you're getting your grenade back, which is really, really beneficial. So for our Stasis Hunter, he was running Mask of Baccharis with a Anarchy in his heavy. He's using a Stars and Shadow in his slot here, and I'm running a John 7 for Arc, so that way we had a little bit of diversity, so that way if one of us went down, the other one could cover for that certain like Solar subclass or Arc subclass, whatever it might be, so that way we could destroy those heavy shanks if I went down and didn't have Xeno or whatever. So then on our Titan, he was running Ursa's Middle Tree Void, and he's also running Divinity, and that Divinity is going to become really useful. You're going to see how we utilize that in the strike here shortly. He was also running a Fallen Guillotine for the very last part. Pretty much what he would do is when we needed the boss to leave, he would pull it out and start beating the hell out of that small Hydra. It would make him leave, so that way we didn't have to worry about him as much. So that was a great, really, really big help right there. So other than that, that's kind of like the builds. I want you to see this in action because it was really great how it worked out. So let's get straight into the video. All right, here we go. So just spawning in here. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. I just want to apologize for one thing. I didn't realize that my webcam was so big for this portion, and it gets fixed later on in the video. But yeah, so now you guys get to see this thing in full action, and it's just really incredible how fast we're able to knock this out. I've been watching some like really incredibly talented Destiny players, and they've knocked it out in like 50-55 minutes, and it's extremely stressful because they no longer have revives, and we're able to knock this thing out no problem. So here we're just clearing up some simple ads. This little shanks, you're gonna have some little invis guys running at you here. Just gonna do damage at a distance. They're still gonna run up on you. Just work as a team to get them knocked down. You're gonna see this guy gets pretty awfully close. Let's go ahead and go for the finisher here, so that way he doesn't have a chance of taking a revive from us. So at this portion here, our guy with Divinity is just gonna hit the guy real quick. He's gonna stun him. What you want to do here is when the guy with Divinity hits him, you're gonna wait like 4 seconds before you throw your grenade at him to stun him even more. Because what we discovered is if he hits him with Divinity, then you throw a grenade on top of him, you're going to see here, like, because we kind of messed up our timing, he's not going to be disrupted. So it's important that you use that timing. And also, he's running that Spoils of War, so that way we get heavy ammo when it drops, whenever he, like, finishes a champion. So I don't mess around with these freaking snipers, man. I pull out the heavy, and I just one-tap them. Because last thing you want to do is, you feeling like you're in the groove and you're putting down good damage, and next thing you know, you get one tap by a sniper like way across the map. So that's why that sniper damage resistant mod comes into play. So again, see that sniper, pull out the Xeno, one, wait for the other guy to jump up off the ledge. Still waiting. And you can tell that we've seen some shit in this this strike, because I'm just like peeled. I was like, I do not care about those shanks. I want to kill that Vandal, and sure enough, I get him here. So for this next part, you just want to jump down to get it started. Then you want to jump back up on this little cliff right here where we're standing. So we're going to get this thing started. I'm going to put a well down here just to make sure that, we're not going to get one shot out of anything. So again, you see the divinity pop off. Now we're waiting. About 4 seconds in, I see it. And we're going to knock out these guys. So again, here we go. Bam. Disrupted. Put down some damage. And notice my grenade comes back immediately. So, and let's say I throw a solar grenade and I get my grenade back because I disrupt them again. I can throw another one and it won't take away the one that's already there. So you can stack these grenades. But still, you want to be kind of conservative. You don't want to keep throwing them out left and right, because you might not, like if you notice right here, I didn't get that disruption. And so right there real quick, I just used the heavy to kill as many of those dregs and vandals as I could, so that way the barrier couldn't protect him. So I think there's like one left that he's going to protect, but that's no big deal. So just put down good damage, working as a team to pop that barrier. Then we're going to let our Titan there has the Spoils of War finish this guy. I don't think he's going to get him on this one if I remember correctly. Yeah, he does. Okay. But yeah, that's how you just maintain your heavy ammo, man. Spoils of War, very useful. So this next part, this is going to be like your first little mini boss. He's got kind of like a shotgun for his weapon. He also uses stasis abilities. So here, I'm just trying to take out as many things as I can. So you can see that he's frozen here. We're trying to communicate with each other. And so I see that my hunter, he's using the same thing with thermal overload as I am. So we're just stacking these disruptions on him. And so here, Titan uses Ursa's, so that way we can start getting damage on the boss, and others little small adds so we can start clearing the area. And with Ursa's, when you shoot through the shield, it does increase damage as well, so it's really useful. And I'm doing my part as a warlock, man. As a warlock, you need to be all about utility, right? So I'm using my grenade as a source. When I fully charge it, I can throw it down, and it provides a overshield for me and my teammates if they walk through it. Here, he's using that divinity, so he's just holding it down. We're just nailing him with our heavies and sniper rifles there, so we just kill that boss immediately. And notice how we're speed running this thing, because we've done it so many times that we just know where everything's at, where it's going to spawn, the amount that they're going to spawn in with. And again, man, I do not mess around. Like, we're just trying to get through this quick, because the more time we can have when we get to that final boss room, the better off we're going to be, because we're going to be able to utilize our lives a little bit more, play a little bit more aggressively, which ended up working out really well. I was kind of shocked here. That Vandal was protected by the barrier champ, and this one was too, but I'm still able to damage it. I don't know if that's like a glitch or something. But I have a well down here, so that way we can be pretty aggressive, play up more towards up front, so that way we can kill these ads, focus on that barrier. Yeah, man, so that's this room. Just finding these bricks of heavy, getting everything loaded up. This guy about killed me. I got lucky when it came to that finisher, man. And these little things that spawn there after you kill those guys. It's just best to shoot them on the ground or when they pop up. Work as a team, because if multiple ones of them will like stack together, if you kill a big group of them together, and they will like just absolutely one-shot you if you step on them. And they don't just slow you, they do damage you. So if there's like 5 stacked on each other, you're gonna die. So here's the next mini boss here. This one's pretty tough. So again, I'm not messing around with time at all. As soon as I see a Vandal Sniper, he is dying immediately. I'm dropping him like a bad habit. So again, here you're going to see that I'm using that grenade for utility purposes there. I just want to provide them with an overshield. I'm jumping down. I'm going to put a well. Just trying to make sure that I'm increasing our survivability the best that I can. And here we're just putting down as much damage on... I don't see how I missed that sniper shot. That blew my mind. But we're just trying to put damage down on the boss. And we're just, we're 7 minutes into this. We got 9 revives, and we're just hauling ass through it, man. So there we can see that that's the overload pushing in. He hits him with Divinity to disrupt him. I just start, laying down Xeno on him. Again, missing I don't care if I even mess around with Xeno. I'm just gonna lay waste to everything in my path, dude. So here, I'm trying to get some headshots in on the boss. You gotta be careful because he can one-shot you. I have gotten pretty lucky with that sniper damage resistant mod, but it's kind of finicky. Like right there, you see that just saved my life. If I did not have that on, I would have been absolutely dead. So now we're playing more aggressively forward. Now, you do not want to go past that pillar that's on my right. By doing so, you're going to proc the next wave, which is going to be barrier to come in, and that barrier will protect that guy. And it's going to make it that you're going to be in that room for like another 3 or 4 minutes. You're wasting time. You're getting aggravated. It's very important to stay cool, calm, and collected when you're doing this. We just had a guy go down there from the boss. He sniped him, but it is what it is. We're waiting, make sure everyone's up, good to go. Then I'm going to proc this next wave. Yeah, and you're just going to do your best to, do damage and try to, not expose yourself too much. It's all about angles. And you just want to make yourself seen only by the thing that you might be shooting at, not so much by other things in that area. And here you can see, I'm like, can I shoot through these barrier shields again? Is that like a good glitch right now? Is it because I have anti-barrier on and it just wasn't working there? So I don't know how I did it in that previous part. So whenever that barrier does get disrupted, he stops protecting things around him. And you're going to see a lot that I'm just going to start killing those little small ads because they can be big issues when you're trying to get a finish off on a barrier or an overload. And it's really important that you keep your heavy up. And notice that I have 0 heavy right now. And I think if I remember correctly, we missed this one. No, we got it. Okay. It's happened so many times where we'll have an anarchy on a barrier or an overload, and our Titan will go in to finish it, and somehow he's in the middle of the animation finishing it, and he doesn't spawn a heavy ammo, just because anarchy somehow does, like, it just damages it. It's crazy. But yeah, hauling ass through this right now. We're 10 minutes in. Again, just clearing these ads, steamrolling, dude. We're vibing right now. We're having a good time. We're at this point in time, we're laughing and having a good time. We're discussing our strategy for the final boss room. It's probably a good thing that I'm not letting you listen to our conversations as we're doing this, because it's like I'm an Army veteran and these are two good friends, so we have 0 filters at all. So if you ever watch me live stream on Twitch, you get to see that firsthand. So here, this part can take people quite a bit. So I suggest that you clear it how we are. We jump on this platform on the left, and we just start laying waste to these ads. You're gonna see here in a few minutes. I'm gonna jump down to the right over there, and I'm gonna pull out my Xeno, and there's gonna be I think it's 3 to 4 Vandal snipers that's going to spawn. I'm just going to kill them immediately because, again, I do not mess around with those snipers. They have been the cause of so many issues when it comes to us doing this Nightfall. So it's just, I have a huge grudge against them, dude. I do not like snipers in this game. But yeah, right here, I was on another display, and I just switched it over right here, so that way I went from having like 20 frames to having 60 just by doing that. So that was a big help. That guy fell off. He can go get fucked. So yep, just shooting these little things on the floor here, so that way it's not gonna be an issue. My friend moves up. He's proccing those snipers to come out. Or he actually already cleared them. So that was nice. So now we're just damaging that overload from a distance. Again, you can see on the bottom of them where my like webcam is, it's going to say Kapachi Ryu Disrupted Champion. It's going to keep popping up and up and up and up. Because of those sun bracers, man, they're dope. It's really good for damage, keeping that damage on them, and for also stunning them a lot longer. So I'm looking over this platform. You're going to see a bunch of snipers over there. I only have 4 shots of Mazzino, so around, like, when I have like 7 to 5 rounds left, I try to be a little bit more conservative with it, just in case I might be like a oh shit situation and I need to have something like that up. So, but there's snipers that spawn on that ledge over there. That's what I'm looking for right now. And there's an overload, so there it is. You gotta be careful with those things. So as soon as you see them, just shoot them. So there's gonna be an overload and a couple vandals over here. I pop a little rift. I'll whip my grenade there, but again, it's no big deal because he's gonna jump up with that divinity. He's gonna disrupt him. I'm gonna get my grenade right back. And then bam, both of us hit him with grenades there. One's gonna freeze them. The other one's gonna disrupt them. And see again, you know, look how many disrupts I'm getting. That's 3 right now. There's 4. And he's going to get the finisher here. I'll make sure I get my heavy. Bam. Alright, 14 minutes in. We're getting to the part where you're going to be standing on the plate. So you can kind of see it in my webcam, the sense of relief I'm getting from just like it going so smooth right now. It felt great. Like, our guys did such a great job, man. Like, we have such a great clan. It's unreal. Shout out to Rage Cage. So our Titan's moving up on the plate. He has Ursa's, so we're going to let him be the ballsy one. I'm putting a rift down. So they're going to spawn on the left side here first. So he's going to stand on the plate. As soon as he sees those guys coming out, he's going to get off of the plate. And you're going to clear those ads as fast as you can. There's a solar shank, so he already used that Stars and Shadow to break off that solar shield. And I'm just going to pull out the sniper and try to get a crit shot on him, which I don't. Again, shooting these shanks, getting them out of the way. We're getting low. And you're going to notice how fast I get my rift here. If you have a teammate standing in your rift, you get it back quicker, and it just works out really well. So he's getting back on the plate, so now we know it's going to be right side, and it might be left side snipers as well. So it just depends on how long you stand on that plate. Yeah, so here's the right side. Because if you stand on it too long, you're going to get those big heavy shanks on both sides with a bunch of shanks, and if you stand out long enough, you're going to spawn in the snipers as well, which is just a shit show. So I just suggest getting off the plate. Don't try to bubble on the plate. Don't try to put a well on the plate. You'll die out of it real quick. And you're going to see how my score starts just piling up right here. I'm telling you, man, those sun bracers are just dope for this when it comes to ad clearing and stunning those overload champions. Notice my well is still down. Look at my super right now. I almost got it back. I'm like 50% there just because of that Ursa Titan. So again, I'm putting another well down. We know this is going to be the sniper part here. I got my sniper rifle out, ready to rock and roll. Right now, I'm telling my friend Kalascope that I'm like the Chris Kyle of destiny when it comes to sniper rifles. He got a good shot there. Nice. All right, so our Titan's going to go back up. He's going to proc that plate. And so it's going to be, how it works, it's going to be a left and a right side of shanks and solar heavy shanks. That's going to have a solar shield. Then it's going to be 2 rounds on each side of snipers and shanks. Then it's going to be 2 rounds of exploding shanks with, I forgot, that's like, it's a special kind of shank. I forgot what these guys are called. Those guys right there. But yeah, they're nothing special. And I accidentally kill my guy right there. You know, get trolled. It happens. We were a little slow on the go to get all those exploding shanks off the plate there, but it ended up working out. That's fine. So I'm just getting all these orbs, getting powered up. So we know we're clear, so we're just going to kill that guy. And so this is the portion, you got to play this part slow, because you push up too far too fast, you're going to spawn in snipers on both sides on top of the snipers that's already there, and you're going to get absolutely wasted. So how I like to do this, I like to stand on this plate right here. My other 2 guys are going to go both left and right. And for right now, we're just taking care of ads at a distance. Again, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. And because we're going so smooth, it's going fast. So we're waiting for Divinity. He's going to hit him and it's going to proc him to get disrupted. Here he goes. So I'm waiting. About 4 seconds pass. I'm throwing that grenade. Totally whiff it here. But that's okay. And what we're trying to do, we're trying to get him out of that, I guess you can call it Vex Milk or whatever. Oh, that was a good shot on my part. Like I said, Chris Kyle. But bam. We don't want him in the Vex Milk because you can get in it for like a second, but it's not worth almost dying for it. So finally I get a good grenade off again. Start watching underneath my webcam. It's going to say Kenpachi disrupted, so on and so forth. Yep, so again, it's clearing ads. So they're pushing up now. I am starting to take these guys out. Man, I'm so good with the sniper. It's unreal. Oh, as soon as I say that, I missed a shot. I start having fun here. I'm like, oh, I have to kill one of these guys that are jumping across. That'd be great for the video. And I do get one of them here in a minute, but yeah, so again, just going slow. And by going slow, we're going fast. I know it doesn't make sense, but if you're just sitting there trying to speed roll it and you're just, you know, you're screwing up everything because you're not like thinking about what you're doing and what your actions are going to have consequences for, it could be a big problem. So everything that you do in this Nightfall has to be calculated and planned. And we've done it so many times, we just know, like, we don't even have to really communicate with each other. The only time we really do is to talk shit to each other, you know, like, why'd you do that? That was stupid. But all right, so they pushed up towards like the middle of this little area now. So I'm out of sniper ammo, so I'm just looking for some green. But those snipers did spawn on the left and right side, so that's what I'm trying to do is just get ready for that. Find some heavy. And so I start looking at this left side. I'm just getting some of these shanks because I don't want them to get protected by that barrier. It'd be pretty annoying. So I'm looking for those snipers. From what my teammate's telling me, he did not get them, so I know they're up there. I just got to locate them. They normally stand on one of those 2 plates right over there, and you'll see them bobbing in and out. So I decided to move up. So normally what happens, so, oh yeah, that's right. So on this portion here, the reason that they wasn't there, he killed the snipers on the right side fast. So what happens, that causes the ones on the left to jump down on that far back plate to where you see that barrier preventing you from going to that next area. They'll jump down there. So that's where they actually ended up going. So again, that utility as being a warlock, right? Increasing the survivability of my team. So I'm putting wells down. I'm using my grenade as a source of, you know, an overshield. when I think it's needed. Again, you want to be a little conservative when you don't have a overload champion in front of you because you won't get your grenade back for a little bit. But again, taking our time with this barrier champion. We're not dumping a bunch of heavy on him. We're just using our pulses, slowly taking him down. And our Titan's moving up to get that finish so we can get some heavy. So this is going to be the last barrier that we call out. And bam, get it. And we're communicating with each other the whole time. So we'll tell them, they're like, hey, barrier, let him barrier one more time before you finish him. Because last thing you want to do is it takes you a minute to get to him. And as soon as you're about to finish him, he barriers and he kills you. It's guaranteed to happen if you mistime it. So just work as a team to get that done. All right, so we're getting to the final boss room at 22 minutes here, so that's like really good time. You do not lose your revives until 45 minutes. So like, you can see how relaxed we are here. Like, we know that we're just speed rolling this thing. We feel good. We feel confident. We're working as a team. We're communicating, and now we're gonna move into the final boss room. So when we get up here, there's gonna be 2 dregs on the left and 2 on the right and 1 overload in the middle. I go ahead and start just laying waste to these guys. Then he's going to hit him with Divinity. That way it stuns him. Again, we're waiting patiently. About 4 seconds in, I throw my grenade. Again, start watching it. Kapachi disrupted the champion. Kapachi disrupted the champion. Throw another grenade for safe measure. I'm just like, screw this guy. And he gets a finish. Bam. All right, once you kill him, the small Hydra is going to spawn in. And that's going to be 2 overloads with them, with the boss, and some Vex reinforcements. So it's going to be like little goblins are going to be with them. So I'm peeking this left side. What I'm doing here, I'm just looking. I'm like, okay, is that overload pushing this side? I'm protecting this door. So I see him, I call him out, hey, he's on my side, he's on my side. And then we start damaging him. So I throw that grenade down, and immediately we say, hey, back up, back up, back up. We don't have it here, the boss is here. So I seen that overload was over there, so that's what I start doing. I try to freeze him so we could focus on this guy, and we just start just dumping into this dude. So I put a well down for safe measure. See those goblins there. We're trying to locate this next overload. They call it out right in this corner. So we see it, throw my grenade down, and we start dumping on him again here. And bam, he's dead. All right, so now we're going to deal with these smaller adds. What you do not want to do here, so the boss is damage gated. What that means is that once that little boss hits a certain damage threshold, he's going to spawn in even more adds. He's going to spawn in 2 more overloads. So it's really important that you try your best not to hit him until you're absolutely ready for it. That's all we're doing here. We're just communicating like, hey, got this here, I got this there. Hey, I need ammo. I'm looking for ammo. And at this point in time, we're just going to start damaging that boss to get him into that damage mitigation point. So that way we can get him out of this room. So this is where the Titan with the Fallen Guillotine comes in super handy. And you can see I can just shoot right through his shields with those anti-barriers. Alright, some bad news here. So I did a big boo-boo, and I think I accidentally deleted one of my videos that's leading to this part here. So pretty much what we're going to miss out on is once we make this boss leave right here, it's just gonna switch us straight over to us damaging the boss. Pretty much what happens though is once you make the small Hydra leave, it's going to cause 2 more overloads to come in. You just kill them and the small adds. Then on the left side of this room, you're gonna see how we're doing it. It's gonna allow you to peek this boss to do damage, and this is where that anti-barrier comes into play, like I told you with that boss spec. So as soon as this boss gets to a slither of health, like we're gonna start calling it out, like, hey, we're going to finish him here to send him off, or hold on, I need to get ammo. Again, it's just all about communicating. So here he's leaving, so we immediately go out. We know that the harpies and wyverns are gonna be coming out of here. So as soon as they come out, we're just gonna go lay right into him. So he's hitting him with divinity. We're just gonna start laying into him with some sniper, and I'm just killing those harpies best I can. I'll pop a well here because I got pretty low. There's the next wyvern right here. I think we misplayed this part pretty bad. No, actually we got it. So, but yeah, it just gets really chaotic right here for us. But yeah, we're just doing our thing, clearing out these ads. So this barrier, if you stand a little further back on the stairs that we're on right now, his shots will hit the stairs, not you, so it gives you a good chance to put good damage on him. And again, the boss is damage gated, right? So we don't want to over damage him to cause him to spawn in more wyverns and more barriers and stuff, right? So I get lucky here. I get mercy ammo, and so we're just trying to figure out what our course of action is here. Like, okay, we're going to damage the boss, so we're going to take out one of these barriers. And it's just all up to communication. We actually decided that we wasn't going to go for the platinum rewards. We just wanted the title at this point. So, again, we're just trying to, we're just communicating. But yeah, right there where I'm just going to is where that boss will go, and you can stand in that room on the left and like in the back corner, and you can start damaging the boss. And it's good to just keep popping little rifts down like that, so that way when the big boss starts shooting inside, it doesn't hurt you too bad. Alright, so big boss there. So we get really lucky. I come in clutch. I was able to throw him down an overshield and prevent him from going down, and got myself an overshield so I can get by that barrier without him like one-shotting me. Again, we're just trying to communicate, like, hey, what's the plan here? We're going to get this next barrier. Like, what are we going to do? And you got to be careful with what I'm doing here. You're going to see that I'm jumping up. You actually take more damage when you're up in the air with this. It's one of the modifiers. So just be real careful, if I could talk. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. I've been editing this video since like 2 p.m., 2 a.m. or whatever. So, but yeah, we're about to get this guy. So get that heavy. Puts us in a really good spot for ammo economy. So we're doing good. Now we're communicating. Like, okay, so we got him. Both the barriers are gone. Now we just got to damage the boss. So you're going to see our Titan here with his sword out. He knows the game plan. So we're trying to get an angle. So he gets Anarchy on him. I throw a grenade. He starts sorting the hell out of him. And watch how fast his health goes down. It's really, really beneficial to having the sword. So Vex reinforcements inbound. So comes the Transcendent Hydra as well with 2 champions. So we know that's going to be wyverns and 2 barriers. So again, we're in that left area. As soon as he peeks it, he's dead. Here comes the other one. As soon as he peeks it, he's dead. Now, this is where things like this should be if you got to this point right here, it's all downhill. You just got to kill these little stupid harpies. And you just got to damage that big boss one more time. So again, we're just looking for what's going on. Like, what are the barriers doing? Are they kind of trying to push in? Are they up on the ledge? Like, what's going on? I'm trying to get to these harpies here, and I actually die right there from the barrier. I didn't even see him teleport even remotely near me. You can kind of see in the camera. I'm just like that. Me being nervous kicks in. I'm like, oh my god, are we gonna wipe here because I died? So our Titan comes in clutch. He uses his Ursas. That allows him to push up. He spawns me behind the shield. I start just dipping back. Yep. Go ahead and put a Healing Rift down. And again, we're using that staircase to our advantage here. Very important you do that for these barrier goblins, because we're like, check it out, like we're taking 2 on at once, and like 90% of their shots are we hitting that staircase. So again, utility. I'm using that grenade. I could be damaging them, but it's more important that I'm playing for survival and trying to make the most out of my Warlock's kit in order for us to survive. So we get that guy down. That's a big sigh of relief. Get that harpy to go. I don't realize how much people like run in front of me when I'm shooting. I probably do the same thing to them though. So. But yeah, right there, that's a perfect example of like what I was talking about. You want to make sure that you're timing that correctly. But we have plenty of time. We get him up, get some ammo. You dip the hell back inside right here. So Vex reinforcements, 2 champions, and the boss is back. So here we are. We're kind of checking it out. You know, like, hey, what are they doing? I'm going to put a well down just for safe measure, because these should be the last 2 overloads that you're going to deal with right here. So he calls it out. Hey, I had a scout guy. So throw it in there. And we start just dumping on him. Boom, boom, boom. Again, I have my eyes peeled. I'm watching my door. There's nothing on the left. I'm killing fanatics. That's why. There we go. And the fanatics spawn in on the 3rd and 4th waves. And I call it. I'm like, hey, you know, overload on me. I go and look. There he is. I get super fucking lucky right there. And we start dumping on him. Bam, bam, bam. Again, we're just looking around. Is there any ads that's left around? We know the boss is up. So here he comes. So we're going to get back in our corner here. I'm going to put a well down. Then we're just going to use that little hole in the wall right here to shoot through it. And normally it would expose this crit spot. And see, just like that. So once we get the boss all the way down to that very last bar, he's going to leave, and then you're going to have one more round of what I'm assuming, if I remember correctly, is going to be wyverns and harpies one more time. Then once you do that, it's all just killing the small boss and killing the big boss, and you're done. So everything's pretty much remotely downhill from here if you made it this far. So you should be feeling pretty good about yourself. Coming this far is no easy task, I promise you that. So you see what I'm doing here? I'm just constantly putting those rifts down. Look how fast I'm getting my energy back. It's crazy, just because I got both of my teammates standing in it. Forgot what happened here. He started popping immune for when we were damaging him. And so we were like, what the hell? And then sure enough, bam. So the overload right there. Yep, so I die right here. But again, you gotta remain cool, calm, and collect, right? So luckily, Titan comes in, you know, for the save again with his Ursas. That's why those Ursas are so important to have. I totally whiffed my grenade there. I'm just like freaking out because there's like all hell is breaking loose. I had 2 Minotaurs on me and people were screaming, people were dying. It's no fun. And bam, Kaleidoscope comes in clutch with 2 revives, getting us back up. And like that's how quickly things can go wrong when you're not being organized in this. So I mean, it takes a great deal of coordination and communication on everyone's part. So, but I call out right there. I'm like, hey, there's ads in the center door. And that's how we break it down. In this left area, we have the left door, center door, and right door, and we assign one person to each door. So that way you like you know when it comes to the overload and wyvern phases, how to call it out. So that way you're just like, oh, it's on me, and it just leaves everyone confused and not understand the situation, what's going on. So again, now we're in the damage in the big boss phase. So I'm just putting rifts down, just putting out damage. And this goes to show you just how fast shit can hit the fan right there. I mean, we lost 2 people in like, a matter of seconds just because we had a bad call out. I think it was on my part. I can't remember. But all right, so he's getting past that point. So right around here, yep. So he takes to the void. So we know, like, okay, we got to peek this. Here we go. So throw a grenade out. I put a well down for safe measure. As soon as that wyvern comes out, we are just, we're putting it right back in its grave immediately. So here's the big boss. We're like, oh hell, get the hell out. I'm putting a rift down. Again, utility. And the reason I'm saying this stuff like repetitively, I need you to think that if like you're struggling, like that's why I'm saying that. I want you to have that in your head. Like, okay, utility, I'm a warlock. I need to try to, work towards survivability for my team. So I'm putting healing rifts down, and I'm using my grenade for not just damage, but for, giving us overshields when we're in a pinch. You got to think outside the box, and it's kind of hard to think about the overall picture when, you're trying not to get your face, kicked in by like overloads and barriers and the bosses and the wyverns. And, this is a very intense strike. But right here, I make the call out. I'm like, hey, we can just go ahead and kill this mini Hydra right now. So we are agreeing. So we're trying to get in a good, advantageous position to do so. So again, having that Titan on that sword really speeds things up when it comes to damaging this guy. I mean, look how much time we're taking to plan and execute our ideas. Again, we finished this at 44 minutes, and we're just taking our time. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. And like, I love my buddy Topo, but luckily you guys aren't hearing him screaming when me or Kaleidoscope or him die. Man, he's just like freaking out, and it's really funny. I hate to kind of like laugh at it, but and I totally get it because I'm doing that inside my head. But like the military kind of trained me, in stressful situations, you can't show that kind of emotion because it's going to put stress on your team and they're going to underperform because you're stressing them out. So, I just kind of keep it to myself. But here we go. Finally, we're just okay. Yeah, just take out this mini Hydra. So let's look at its health bar. Just gone. Bam. So he's dead. Huge sigh of relief right here, guys. And so this is when we make the call out. Like, hey, all right. Like we're gonna have some more champions. And we're gonna have some more Vex reinforcements here. So at least we don't have that mini Hydra to have to contend with now. We have this area pretty much to ourselves. So bam, here comes the wyvern. Both of them. You see how quickly he can sneak up on you. So it's really important that you're just paying attention. And look how fast he'll just run you down. I didn't realize just how much Kaleidoscope clutches. I mean, this is the second time he's had to run for his life through ads, through wyverns to pick me and Topo both up. Like, that's just intense. Like, really big shout out to Kaleidoscope. Again, there goes that utility, giving us some overshields. Trying to track down this wyvern. He Ursa's here. Somehow that wyvern shoots me through his Ursa and damages me, freaks me out. But I switch over to that. We get the res. I dip the hell out because I'm like, I'm real low. I'm not gonna risk it. Well's coming up. I put it down. And bam. And right here, we're on the final part, man. We just gotta put this motherfucker out of his misery, get him out of here, and then you got it. It's all downhill from that there, man. I'll tell you, when we got to this part right here, like, I knew we had it. Like, it just felt so good. So again, like, it's still tense, right? Because you never know, like, anything can happen at this point. You can get one tap by the big boss for whatever ridiculous reason, and there's a barrier right there underneath his feet. So again, we're just putting down damage. Again, I'm just looking. I'm like, okay, what are these goblins doing? Are they, I'm trying to get him to go back out, so that way he doesn't try to magically push in somehow and, wipe us with one shot. And so what I'm doing here, that's what I'm doing as well, is I had seen a guide that said that you could just shoot those guys, put some damage on them, and if you did that, it would still give you platinum rewards for after, like, let's say you don't kill those barriers I just shot at, but you kill the boss, you would still get platinum rewards for whatever reason, and that's what I was trying out here, and I just proved that not to be the case. Maybe you have to put more damage out on them, I don't know, but I shot them like 5 or 6 times, so, and they said you only had to put a little bit of damage on them for one of the things I've seen, so it is what it is. But so the Titan Ursa's here because, again, you have amplified damage whenever you shoot through it, and then our Hunter's about to have his super up for his stasis, and he's going to throw that here shortly. But yeah, guys, once you get to this part, kill that big boss, and that's it. You are absolutely done. So I want you guys just to kind of, once we kill this boss, I'm gonna put the volume on so you can kind of hear our thoughts and our reactions, like our genuine reaction to finally killing this guy. So I'm going to just go ahead and cut this volume on real quick so you guys can check this out. It's just really funny. I think it's pretty comical. So here we go. Get fucked! Yes. Fuck this strike.
Oh. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Holy shit.
We're safe for now, but they'll be back.
Taught me to fucking triumph already.
I do indeed. Thanks again.
That's a YouTuber right there, boys.
14, and we had
left.
14 revives. Look, at 45.
A minute left.
Yeah.
No exotics, 7 enhancement prism, so.
I got two exotics.
I did as well. We only got gold. I don't even give a fuck, dude.
Fuck this Grandmaster.
That's the worst one by far.
We figured it out, though.
Alright guys, that's the end of the video. I just want to give a big shout out to Topo and Classcope for getting us through that Nightfall. It was no easy task, and but I really hope that you guys learned something from this guide. If it does help you and helps you get that Conqueror Seal, let me know down in the comments. If I missed a small detail that you think will help someone else out in the future, let them know in the comments as well. If this is something that benefited you, please like, comment, and subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me. Again, this is only my second video I've edited, so I'm learning a lot. This was a really long one to edit. Try to cut it a little bit shorter because the last thing I want to do is put a guide out there. It's like an hour long, and but there's so much information. And I just really want people to see it from the beginning to the end of how we did it, because you never know what small detail might fit into what you need in order to succeed. So other than that, guys, thank you so much for supporting the channel, and I will see you guys later.